Hello YouTube, this is Old Squirrel Wheel 60, and today we're going to be looking at a recent lot I purchased off eBay from this seller called Selling for Catlin, or something, yeah, Selling for Catlin. And I am very excited to show you this guy's lot because it has a lot of characters that I've been wanting to add to the series for a long time, and overall I just hope you guys like it. So basically, as I said, I ordered this from eBay. It was a lot for $29.99, consisting of 4 engines, and it was a very good purchase. Like when I say this is the same guy where I got Andy or D261 from, and you see he actually looks pretty good. He's not all scuffed. Like, he has scuffed in some areas, but he's actually a pretty good model. And I do plan on ordering more things from him in time. I missed out on a spam can he had because I was gonna buy that next, but somebody ended up getting to it. But without further ado, let's get down with the whole, reviewing the lot. and yeah, let's go. So on the first out of the lot, we have a wooden railway Toby, which is a very, very, very welcomed addition to the layout. Because I mean, I've never owned a wooden railway Toby in my whole life. When I mean never, I mean like seriously never have. He's like, you know how everybody growing up, the first character they would buy are Thomas, Toby, and Percy, or Thomas, Percy, and James, or James, Gordon, and Henry, or those characters. But I've never owned a Toby. I've never owned a wooden railway original James. I never owned, like, the only ones I ever owned was a wooden railway Edward, a wooden railway Henry, a Thomas, a Percy, 2 express coaches, and a caboose. And Fergus, of course. But I've never owned anything else besides those things. And it's like Toby was one of those characters I should have had from the beginning. And without further ado, let's take a good look at him. So this is a older style of Toby, unlike some of the other models I've seen on YouTube. You see, he still has the simplistic face. He doesn't have the smiling. This is more of a, I don't know what to call this face. Looks like more of a thinking face, like his content face. He's not smiling like like his later faces did. But but yeah, I need to see. Let me look on the wheels and see what year this is. Oh well, this is a rare item because it's a 2001. It's a 2001 Toby. This is one of the models that I thought about always getting. I either want to get a CGI Toby or get like one from like the late 80s, or the late 90s or early 2000s. If you see my hand getting pushed away, I'm getting attacked by my kitten. Yeah, I'm getting attacked by her. I have a total of 3 cats. You've probably seen them in my videos. I know in the recent episode of NWR Stories, you've seen my cat in the background. Like, funny story, when I was making the new episode NWR Stories, she was actually fighting a spider in the background. She was literally telling me that a spider was here. And I ended up having to kill the spider when I was done. But, But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. But overall, back to the regular stuff. But overall, I'm glad I have a Toby model. This guy is gorgeous. Like, comparing him to my wood Toby right here, he is the better because he looks actually accurate to the show, while he just looks like a van of sorts. But I'm not going to downplay this Toby because I did buy him. Who knows, maybe I might make him into someone else. Maybe I might do a customs of Toby's brother with this guy. But from now on, this is going to be the new Toby for the layout. And look, the baby has finally showed herself. Look at her. But yeah, overall, oh, don't shoot that, baby, don't shoot that. Anyway, but yeah, overall, I love this Toby model. And the next character in the lot is a wooden railway Charlie. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Because, you guys are like, I'm going to be real honest with you guys because, I like to be honest and transparent with you. I don't really care for Charlie as a character. Yes, he's one of the most standout characters of the CGI era, but, he doesn't really have any depth for a character. He's kind of like one of those characters that are like, oh, look, kids, a new toy for you to buy. Yay! But, we never really, the only side we really get to see to him is that jokester side. It's like with most characters, like, for example, characters like the original 6. I mean, the original 11, I should say. Thomas Edward Gordon, no, Thomas Edward Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Duck, Donald, Douglas, and Oliver. You actually see multiple sides to their character. You see their serious sides. You see their fearful sides. But for Charlie, all we saw was the jokester. We never really had a episode where he actually was shown to be more than just a practical jokester. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a nice looking engine, but I'm actually shocked at the fact that, he was actually supposed to be Billy. But I guess nobody really liked Billy, to be honest. And to be honest, I don't like Billy at all. It's like his whole attitude in that show was kind of unwarranted. But Charlie, I like his wooden railway model. I think this is one of the I gotta figure out what year is this. This is a what you call it? What is this? This is a 2000. No, it's not a 2003. I guess it's just a trademark name. But it's a learning. I know this is the learning curve era. Yeah, it's a learning curve era of Charlie, but overall I like him. I like the model. You'll definitely see him in NWR stories, but I might give him his own episode. I might give him his. I keep dropping it. I might give him his own episode. No, you can't have this, Charlie. You can't have this, baby. You can't have this. Come here. But yeah, she's a nice model. I mean, he's a nice model. And then next is something that you guys are actually gonna enjoy is Mavis the Quarry Diesel. Now, this is a character. Ever since I added the Quarry to my layout, I have always debated, did I want to look on eBay for a wooden railway Mavis? Did I want to... She's just all over the place. Did I want to get a wooden railway Mavis? Did I want to either make one or did I want to just buy one? And I was like... Then when I found this lot, I was like, you know what? There's a Mavis. Why not? She's here. And I can actually, keep her. I can actually find one. And it's like, I think this is an older Mavis. Like, I mean, this is not like, because see, she doesn't have the details on her side. This is a much older Mavis. Let me see if I can see what year this is. I think this is what year? Oh, this is a 2003 Mavis. Yeah, I think this says this is a 2003, so it's one of the older models. See, her and Toby aren't that far apart, I see. But Mavis is one of my favorite Diesel characters out of the whole franchise, because, I mean, you actually get to see her grow. Because remember, in Season 3, she was more of a feisty know-it-all type. She was like, you're bossy, Toby. I know what to do, you old fusspot. And then you go from seasons during the CGI series when she's more of a caring, motherly type. Like, when Thomas was running the quarry, when she was running around with Duck and stuff, she was all like, make sure you know what you're doing. And, don't be afraid to ask for help. And she's just, I just like how they just changed, like the total opposite of Charlie, where you actually see her develop as a character. And overall, she's just, she's the grand character. One of my favorite characters from both the Railway series and the TV series. And I'm glad to have her in the collection. And, you'll definitely see her in a lot of episodes. And I really like I really like to have her, and I'm glad to really have her in this whole little series now. And last but not least, one of the best characters to ever bless the franchise, especially when I recently watched Tug's Train's video of how he made him. And drum roll, please. All right, no drum roll. Let's just bring him in. And here is Salty, the Dockyard Diesel. Can I just say, finally, I have him in my collection. I think my cousin had him, because, my cousin was into Thomas for like a solid 2 weeks. I don't know. He was my cousin. Me and my cousin have like a rocky childhood. Like, we always got along. It's just, we always like different things at multiple times. And so basically here we have Salty. Now, judging by this, I want to say this is a early 2000s model. Like, I can look on the bottom of the wheels and let's see. Because I think this is a older model. This is another 2003. So, Salty, yes, one of my favorite characters. And, I've developed a headcanon for him, but I don't want to say it because it might be similar to, I use inspiration from Tug's Train's headcanon. But, I kind of, want to do my own thing. Like, in my headcanon, he was sort of he arrived, he arrived during the 1980s, and I want to, he works at he works at what, Tidmouth Harbor. And yeah, so essentially, it's like Tug's Trains, but I don't want to give the full one because it's kind of, I use his as a kind of, basis for mine, but I don't want to judge. I don't want to, I don't want to just, I don't want to, I mean, not judge. I don't want to copy off him because, I don't want to do that. But overall, I love Salty as a character. He's very, he's a very kind character. He's always, looking out for his fellow engines. He's always he always has a fun story to tell. Like, my favorite of his stories was when he was talking about the flatbeds of fear. That was hilarious. He had every engine scared on the whole island. He's one of the best characters that have ever appeared out in the series. Excuse me, I was taking a drink out of a smoothie, but overall, this lot is just an amazing set. I'm glad I was able to get all of these characters. And now that I have a Wooden Railway Turby, I might not get the new one that's coming out because here, I mean, just having traditional Wooden Railway characters just warms my heart. This is just a very heartwarming moment to me. I finally have a lot of these characters I didn't have as a kid, and it's just wow, just a very wow moment here. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys liked my special guest star today, which is Charlie. And yeah, my little special guest star. This is who she is. This is who helped me with this video today. And I just hope you guys enjoyed. And please, please make sure to look out for more forms of content. Remember what I say. Just know that you're loved, and you guys are the best. And just basically make sure you're staying happy, and make sure you look out for more forms of content. And yeah, overall, and Charlie saying goodbye as well. But yeah, this is Old Square Wheel 60 signing off.